Hi, lovely people. Welcome back to another episode of the Record Podcast. I am your girl, your favorite Shuri, your Shuri of the Warus, Lisa Marianne.
And I am your girl, Mariah, girl from Siaya County.
A girl Soto. Mama, I have missed you. Hey, it's been a long time.
No, that was quite a break.
There have been so many holidays. We've not been seeing each other. Mara Easter, Mara Women's Day. Yesterday was Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, my dear Lisa.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
Happy Mother's Day. And to all mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day.
Cheers. Drink on us.
Yeah.
Water. Here we are sober people. By then, Mariah, when you toast, you're supposed to look at me in the eye.
Yeah.
Not just me, anyone you toast to. Otherwise, it will be not 7 days, not 7 weeks. 7 years of a very bad basic need. Ebo. Niangalia kwa macho.
Cheers, mama. Cheers.
Unafikiria nilikuwa mama aje? Basic needs catered for. Anyway, in the spirit of Mother's Day, I've been seeing people are posting about their families. And as I mentioned, the holidays, people have been spending so much time together. Tell us, what's your fondest memory? Especially being that Jana was Mother's Day, fondest memory either with your family or your loved ones.
I think for me, like I said, Happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there. I'm telling myself Happy Mother's Day because very soon.
Hallelujah!
Ama sipasi tumeonyesha watu.
Maybe hata imeingia na tujua.
We bado wewe. Yuko mbali sana. Anywho, so my fondest memory. This, I think for me, my fondest memory is like when I was a girl. Lisa, if I didn't have a new dress for Christmas, my goodness. My mama, I don't know, like it was, I have to get that dress.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's like a show off. Because, no, I'm so excited. It's Christmas. I have a new dress. I have a new shoe. And I remember that week before Christmas, you are checking with the other, friends. Like, do you have a new dress? You don't have. We will paint you, mama. And for me, it was like, oh my God, I have to have a new dress. And it was so exciting because, again, we didn't have technology like we have right now. So we have those people they're coming with bicycles, they take photos of you and your family.
Those.
And then you have to wait for another 1 month so that you can get their photos.
Kodak,
and you hear them coming. But it was so amazing because we'll eat chapati, we'll have new dresses, we'll take photos, my goodness, it was so amazing. And like nowadays, with the new Gen Z, nowadays they don't even care. And again, the dress has to be lace, the lace neti with a nice
marinda.
Kidogo iko na bagi hapa kando, with the nice hats. I'm like, oh my God.
Matching shoes. Nazile socks, ankle socks. I think you'll make a good girl mom.
Anyway, inshallah, very soon. Hi, daughter. Anyway, back to you.
For me, one of my fondest family moments, almost like yours, it's obviously holiday time. Kwetu whether ilikuwa Jamhuri, Madaraka, sijui Labor Day, sijui whatever day, Moi Day. Back then it used to be called Moi Day. My mom would gather all of us back to Shago. Our Shago ilikuwa hapo Nakuru, so it's not far. Go meet with cousins, play, like just, meeting uncles, aunties. I feel like that is something that is so special. And I try to recreate that with my own little family. Just ensuring people know each other. Umesikia siku hizi cousins wanaoana, juu hawajuani. What happened to family get-togethers, guy? What happened?
Nowadays, I think we just don't have that bondness that we used to have because there's a lot of hypocrisy around families. Nowadays, you can find you're more family to me than my immediate cousin, sibling, brother, sister, So it's so unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But in the spirit of families, guys, please tell us in the comment section, what does family mean to you? Yeah. For me, family means somewhere where I feel safe. Like right now, anytime we hang out, girl, you're my sister from another mother. Tukienda pale siya mimi ni dadako. Because I feel safe with you. Sure. When I'm at home with my son and my partner, that's home for me. Yeah. When I'm visiting who and who, as long as I feel safe, I recognize that as a family. Yeah. What does family mean to you, Mama?
I think for me, let's just to echo what you're saying, a space where I'm feeling safe. I can speak my mind. I can be myself. I can cry, and no one is going to tell me that why are you crying. I can actually tell someone my problems, and they won't respond. What? Where? So to find your ID? Wait. Nowadays, tell someone, hey, I'm hungry. Hey, my darling, eat for me. Please give me food. Don't tell me to eat for you. Habana, eh? So I want family for me. I think I'm safe, yeah? I can just be myself. I can, like I keep saying, nowadays, you don't have to be my immediate siblings for me to call you my family. When you may say you're my sister, like, we've been together for many years. We've cried, we've made memories, we've laughed, So for me, but then Lisa, your family to me. And Ahiri, I love you. That's French. Ahiri.
And in the spirit of, just appreciating what family means to people, I came up with a set of really fun trivia questions that we are going to be playing right here, right now. And Mariah, you'll be helping us answer, but also our audience. Up kwa comment section. Yeah. Please answer some of these fun questions and tell us what you think about them or your own individual experiences. Mariah, you were born in Mombasa. Some of your experiences might not be the same as me. Me, I was born in Nakuru, but now I'm Shori of Kiambu. Guys, Shore.
Wait, I was not born in Mombasa. I was born in Kisumu, but I grew up in Mombasa.
So different experiences
Kisumu,
in the
Nairobi,
region.
Mombasa. Yes, I have very rich culture.
When it's global.
Yo.
Anyway, on to our first question. Which of the following is not a type of family found in Kenya? Nuclear family, extended family, foster family, and polyamorous family. And maybe you can tell us the reason behind the answer you're choosing.
I think I can go with polyamorous.
What does polyamorous even mean?
I think it's like I am married, but I have like other partners in the family, like maybe 2 husbands or 2 wives, something like that.
So it's like polygamy, but on the side, the lady.
Yeah, the lady.
So it's the lady who has multiple husbands.
And in Kenya, it's not common. But I have seen, like, online, we have this lady, I think she's called Kenya. She's probably said, I have 2 husbands and they love each other. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, how does it happen? Because, Lisa, we know from way back during our forefathers, the man was the only person who's allowed to have 3, 4, 5 women or wives. But as a woman, you're supposed to just be wife. You can't have other husbands. But I think the world is evolving. So nowadays wanawake wanashindana na wanaume, unaoa mimi naoa.
Tuoane. Although I've had that in the Maasai culture, sometimes, not all the time, there was space for when women could explore with other men. Apparently, mkuki unawekwa nje ya manyata, something of the sort. But anyway, as you said, it's not common based on the many cultures that we have. Yeah. But it's something that's in existence. And should you meet such a family, embrace them with love and respect them. Mnakumbuka tulisema family is where you feel safe. So, be non-judgmental. Sindio,
we don't judge.
Now, foster family, what's that?
A foster family, I think for me is maybe you decide to adopt. You can say to adopt because we have so many, again, with what you are eating, GMO, you find that maybe I'm in a space where I cannot give birth, but I still want to be in a family setup, or I want to have that young girl, young boy in my home, I can just go and adopt, and it's actually a real family.
And it's legal in Kenya.
Legal, yeah. Yes.
And that's awesome. Yeah. And shout out to everyone who's taken a child or children who are not really biologically yours or your blood, and you take care of them and you maintain their dignity. That's such a big deal. For me, I've always wanted to adopt. So God give me the wealth. Ndo siku moja.
Power to you,
siku
mama.
moja.
I think someone said, as in those kids who are adopted, in fact, I want to analyze more blessings. So power to all single mothers out there thinking that no one is going to marry me because I have a baby. Baby girl, there's a man out there for you.
And he will adapt your kids na abadilishe jina hata kwenye birth certificate.
Apate all the benefits. Yeah.
That's awesome. Our second question. Hey, this one is, anyway, what term best describes a family whereby there is only one single parent? Is it a single parent household, a single dad household, or a single mom household?
See, any single parent, because you don't want to define either it's a dad or a mom. It's a single parent, and nowadays it's a common thing.
It's becoming more and more popular. Si kama kitambo.
Because right now we have very powerful women. They would say, I don't want to be in a marriage setup. I just want to have my baby and I'm good. Another setup, a very, a woman who has her own things intact. She doesn't want stress, and I'm more, Mimi, I'll be in a relationship, but everybody has, you have your own home. I have my own home. Tunapatana when I need you. After that, you just go back to your space.
Zile basic needs.
Yeah, but I keep saying whatever works for you.
Yeah. And usually during Father's Day, unonanga women who are single moms celebrating themselves. How come on a day like yesterday, Mother's Day, we didn't see single dads coming out and saying, hey, I've been the mother to these children. Hey.
Oh, deadbeat mother, banange.
But I feel like those hizo vitu kama za deadbeat and whatnot, they increase the stigma against single parent households. Because I know families where children have really thrived even in the absence of the other parent. And for me, I'm an example. This Shorey, I am proudly been raised by a single mom. Na nina kama shida. So shout out to all single parents. And nowadays single dads wako wengi. And more of them are coming out because kitambo there was a stigma against single dads. But nowadays unaona dad anapost watoto wake proudly single dad. In fact, kitambo walikuwa nakimbia rush to marriage because they feel like raising kids is such a task. But nowadays, mtu anajilelea watoto anasema when my kids wakimaliza high school, that is when I'm getting married. So utawapata tu nje taking care of their basic needs but respecting their households, respecting the space where their kids are. So shout out to single dads, and as always, single moms tuna walombo tov.
I think I have a special shout out to one Paul Ochara, the guy who was supposed to be on set with us. Like I think we need to have that conversation so that he can just tell us how, like what are the challenges. Of course, I know there's challenges, and we also have the good side of just raising that son, that daughter of his, so we should have him on set.
We will most
shout
definitely.
Out to you, Paul Ochara.
And shout out to the intentionality of the parents who stay back. Because there's so many dynamics that cause single parent households. So whatever your dynamic was, whether you left your marriage or your spouse passed away, shout out to you. And may God continue to provide more resources.
Amen.
Our watoto wa thrive. Sindio?
Inshallah.
Mama, this one is almost like what we were saying. Which Kenyan holiday often brings together extended families from far and wide? Watu wa diaspora.
Yes, the Christmas. What I was telling you about.
Yes.
Because it's one of the longest the longest holiday.
An entire week. Just celebrating the birth of Jesus.
Why not? Why not? And I think it's such a beautiful, like a special holiday where like you have people from all over, if you have your siblings or rather your cousins from all over, they come to eat that choma, to make memories. Kuna kuanga na pressure ya matching pajamas we lakini mwaka lazima tuvae matching, we have to wear matching pajamas.
Actually last Christmas I saw someone was trending online. Alienda photoshoot yake ya their own pajama, and they were like, may I wanna be child free, but I also don't want to miss out on Christmas. So akaenda tu akajipiga photos under a Christmas tree with a nice pajama. And then that's one that they posted. Then another one with their parents. So they were like, my parents have accepted me for wanting to be child free, which is also a type of family by itself. You can choose, this is not the path that I want to take, and people still celebrate and respect your decision. Because decisions ziko
different.
Yes.
And a family pay, it's just husband and wife. That is still a family bado. So you don't have to be like in a marriage setup per se, but it's of course power to everybody who wants to get married. We keep saying tulieni mtaolewa. Jamani, relax, we will all get married. Relax, it will happen. But if marriage is not something that you desire, it's still okay. You can still have your own family, maybe with your dog, your cat.
By the way, sikuzi kuna sijui plant moms, mara sijui dog moms. Anyway, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel safe.
Yes, sure.
Sawa. Another question is true or false? In Kenya, do we recognize the different types of families? Are they socially included in our system?
I think it's neither here or there. Yeah. Because like I said, I don't think the government recognizes a plant mom. Or a dog mom.
Dogi yako ati unaipeleka hospitali na SHA. Unailist hapo under your social health insurance.
I don't think the government recognizes such families, but I don't know, maybe I stand to be corrected in regards to, because I remember the time when you go to give birth, they're telling you, where is the father of this? Like you want to see the father, So sometimes someone will say, babake alikufa, maybe he died long time ago, because the mother doesn't want anything to do with the father again, But it was so, I don't know if it has changed, but they were forcing me to write something like,
oh really?
Yeah, like you have to write a name, But maybe it has changed. You tell me.
For me, I feel like we have only what people consider normal. That is father, mother, and children. And wako protected under the social system. However, we have, kuna wazazi ambao wame transition to glory, wameacha watoto na the grandparents. So how can those grandparents benefit from some those grandkids, how can they benefit from some social systems flawlessly? They can be recognized as grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Kuna wale wenye maybe even the grandparents are not there. So, for example, you, Mariah, you take up the role of raising your brothers and sisters who are younger than you. You become a child-led family. Unaona? How are they being supported? Orphans, when you're children's home. Wakishatoka hapo. So, who supports them? Unaona?
I think I can.
Kwa government documents, unaona imeandikwa married single only. Ama akunanga hata divorce. Akunanga widowed, nothing. So I think it's important that we recognize the diversity. Nata tumona different cultures accept different diversities. Kama ulisema mambo ya polygamy, what's not, So just ensuring that our social protection systems are open enough to recognize this type of diversity vile umesema.
Kabisa. Because I know so many people wanasemanga, mimi nimetoka in a very humble background. My parents died long time ago. My grandmother was the one who took care of us, So after when during Mother's Day, they appreciate the grandmother as the mother, But I keep saying our systems, it's work in progress.
Yes.
I don't think it can happen overnight. It's something that it's work in progress. Maybe we can lobby so that, these things can be adopted, and to make sure that grandmother back at home, she's supported, because for me, my grandma, she died when, like, she buried almost all her kids. Yeah, it was so sad because, and at the time she died, like, she was almost alone, and it was so sad because sababu, she gave birth to 9 kids.
Oh, wow.
And you can imagine all of them dying. So that means as the grandchildren, we need to step up and take care of her, because again, the system of waze, getting the stipends, it's not working. I think it's just working up there. But now at the mashinani level, because I can't remember a single day my grandma received her
party pension.
Aye. Yeah. Anyway, story za jaba. But I keep saying it's work in progress.
Yeah.
We acknowledge the job that the government is doing, but again, I understand that there's so many gaps that they need to be filled. Yeah.
And even as we are, sort of like advocating that government become more inclusive, I think, or rather, I always believe that charity begins at home. So everything inaanzia pale nyumbani. So ukiona neighbor yako ni polygamous na unamsengenya mbele ya watoto wako, unamwongelelea vibaya, you're not practicing charity, and you're not practicing, ile inclusion na accepting people as they are. Wewe mara umetuambia sasa umeenda diaspora. Tukuone hapa na mzungu wako.
No, I don't like white men. No, please.
Ukimpeleka nyumbani unasema, this one is not from our culture.
Yeah.
What not, you see? So already pale nyumbani, if we are not willing to open up our hearts and accept people as they are, ama ukienda nyumbani ulizo, mbona hujapata watoto? Umeolewa 10 years. Maybe you and your husband, when you met, you decided we don't want kids. You see? So I feel like pale nyumbani, na nyumbani I mean mashinani huko, that is where we need to have more of these conversations. We stop judging people. We accept people for who they are.
But I think I can say Gen Z are really changing the narrative. Because you are seeing more of intermarriage, weddings. Right now we are seeing women going overseas and bringing back white men. The other day we had a very vibrant low babe who came back with a white guy, and the wedding really trended. Like it was really, really, really awesome. But and I have a very close friend of ours. She's very, she's like, you know what, mate, I don't want kids. And we can't judge her because that's how she wants to live her life. And nowadays there's a trend on TikTok where someone is saying, I am 40, flawless. I am just traveling the world. Yes, my sisters have kids, so I'm that rich auntie. I'll show up, give them gifts, stay with them for a few minutes, and then I go catch my flight. So again, you can't judge someone because at the end of the day, some people feel like family setup, having kids is too much for them. Some people feel like that's what they want. Again, someone says there's so many kids in the world. That I can adopt. So if I really feel like I need to have a baby, I'll go and adopt.
Exactly. And maybe just as we are winding up the conversation, how you are raised determines a lot how you behave when you grow up. Ndo nasikianga mambo ya childhood trauma. So when we start creating safe spaces, where we grow up, ama pale nyumbani, I feel like we'll change the world. You see, family is the most important thing in the world.
Absolutely.
Na Wakristian wanasemanga ndo maana unaona shetani anapiga
families.
Sijui kama tunaekelea shetani ama but the bottom line is values. The values that you have right now, Mariah, ulizipata utotoni.
Of course.
So at the end of the day, we need to just safeguard that kind of space. And those who want to get children, teach your children, to love people, to respect people, to dignify others. But most importantly, if they see something they're not used to, something that's foreign to them, wasichukulie in a negative way. And in the spirit of that last question,
before you ask the last question, they say, just to add to what you've said, they say samaki mkunje angali mbichi.
Yes.
Yeah, because ama wanasema you have to teach your kids when they're still very young, when you can still hold that road and, punish them, just to make sure that you're correcting them. Because again, Gen Z are changing the narrative. Nowadays, you try to correct them, they tell you, oh, mommy doesn't understand me, oh, I am depressed, and they end up even doing what is not, like, I didn't even want to say it because it's so unfortunate that the Gen Z parents, even the Gen Alpha, you need to know how to live with your kids. That's the reality. You cannot police your kids the way as the millennium we grew up. Because us, during our days, Lisa, if I enter a bus and I am seated and an older person comes in, I need to stand up and allow that man to sit. Nowadays, someone will be like, but nimelipia your kiti. I have paid for the bus fare. I need to sit, So there's no that community, nyumba kumi, that culture that we used to have when you used to grow up. Again, nowadays, you can't even punish someone's child. You'll be jailed. But when
different ways of punishing, Mara. Si lazima ikuwe kiboko.
But sasa sisi tuli grow up. Kwanza punishment yetu huwa gani? Aticha anaika kalamu and then anakupress hivi mkono.
But that's child abuse. That's
how it used to be punished.
Mama, you want that type of times have changed, generations have changed. You can process a correction without physical punishment.
Yeah.
Mimi sikuchapwa sana nikiwa mdogo. And I believe sijatokea like a bad human person, being, I believe it's how you choose to correct your kids. So you might want corporal punishment.
I see my kids corporal punishment, kiboko.
Anyway, we listen, we don't judge, as we said, but also remember the issues of childhood trauma.
Absolutely.
So when there are things when you do too much, mtoto ana grow up with a lot of anger and whatnot. And you see the way you're saying Gen Z's
they're changing the narrative.
Yeah, it's because Gen Z's wengi wao ni watoto wa millennials, si ndio?
Yeah.
So millennials walichapwa sana au hawataki kucontinue narrative
ya kuchapwa.
Mimi niko na Gen Alpha. The worst punishment I can give my child ni kumwambia ende time out, ama kumwambia wipe the table, do this, go to your bedroom, think about what you've done, then come apologize.
That is the worst punishment.
And for me it works because atarudi apologize na sitawairudia the same thing again. Yeah. So there are different ways of passing mama corporal punishment utabunja mtoto.
But sasa during our days the worst punishment hata shule we used to be beaten. Unachapwa but anyway, like you said, times are different. We thank the Gen Z for changing the narrative. Sikuzi hakuna mtu wetu,
they have ended generational trauma.
Sindio, you vote for someone that you think they can do their job, not because yeye ni Mkikuyu ama Mjaluo ama Mswahili. Sindio?
Yes.
To changes. Yeah.
And in the last one, Nikama, you've preempted what I wanted to say because, Liza, which Kenyan community is mostly known for practicing polygamy? And what are your thoughts about polygamy? Is it Kikuyu? Is it Luo? Is it the Swahili culture? Is it the master? Imetupea just 4 options.
I think what I can say, men are naturally polygamous. Seriously, I don't think I can say it's just a Luo, but Kitambo it was like
a specific culture is known for polygamy.
Like Luyas, even Masai.
So ukiolewa huko, you just know mke wa pili yuko njiani.
Wife inheritance. Yeah. Even the Muslims, you know very well. Mwanamke lazima awe mpaka 1, but nowadays it may change because I have people in my family who are married to Muslims, they are married to Luyas, Kikuyu, different, and I've never seen my shemages bringing in a second wife. So I think times have changed there. But I keep saying, whatever works for you, and if you have the resources and the budget, why not? Go for it. Seti, Lisa kikula samaki, pia mimi nakula samaki.
Yes.
Akiendesha arrange, naendesha arrange. Just as long as you can maintain both homes and all the kids are okay. Yeah, because you have very prominent politicians who have 3-4 wives. The other guy, the politician who died the other day, alikuwa na need two wives. Yeah, so whatever works for them. And I know women who are very comfortable as second wives, third wives, very comfortable. They know when and how to stay on their lanes. Yes.
Hakuna kuchokorana.
Kila mtu anakaa kwa manake anyway, kila mtu anakaa kwa lane yake. Yeah.
That can be an episode by itself. But bottom line, guys, is we live in a world that is so, diverse. And by diverse, I mean like mysterious, people are different. We don't all have to be the same. That is why atonona cultures are different. How people are hata nywele hata Mungu akitumba sisi tulipo nywele ngumu unaona. But the good thing is that it gives us the option of wearing a wig, doing braids, plaiting our matutas, and we enjoy it and we love it. So the way we meet different people and in the setups where they feel safest, right? Let us accept them as they are and celebrate them as family. As we wind up, who is that one person in your family that you really, really celebrate? Just one. No siseme wote. Just one that you really, really treasure and celebrate.
No, I treasure all my family members.
Moja too.
That's a tricky
For now,
one.
you've been given the platform to just choose one.
No, I celebrate my father. Like, he's been there for us. Like, yeah. I think I've mentioned my mom died many years ago and my father stood up, took that mantra just to make sure that we are okay. So, yeah, Dad, power to you.
Power to Mariah's dad.
Yes.
For me, I want to celebrate my mommy. I love you, mommy. As I mentioned, she was a single mom raising 3 beautiful girls. But also she raised her siblings. Ulikuwa unaona nalipia her siblings school fees. Watoto hadi wa her siblings. Like she's literally raised a whole generation. And I really respect her for that. Sometimes I sit down, kwanza nikiangalia budget ya sahi economy ya Zaka, I'm like, mimi niko na mtoto mmoja lakini economy is economizing. How did my mom cater to all this, like an entire village literally by herself? So power to you, mommy. Love you, and I really, really, really celebrate you. Tell us in the comment section who is that one person that you really treasure and that you consider family. Give them a shout out. Ataika handle yao Apple, and we will keep sharing the love and promoting it. Until next time, bye.
Cut.